Cutback for Vasilev, and Lukic! A banger of a strike for Jovan Lukic's first MLS goal!
It's fallen out to Westfield! Oh, wow! He's nearly taken the roof of the net off! Philadelphia pounce again!
Who gets his goal in his Union debut? The record signing, off and running in his first appearance for the club.
Hello and welcome to the Free Kick Podcast. My name is Todd, and this is a little bit unusual for you guys. I totally realize that. Jose and myself got to go down to Subaru Park for union training yesterday, and we hardly are able to make that work with our work schedules, but yesterday it just worked out that we were both able to get down there, and so we were able to interview Milan Iloski, Bruno Damiani, check out practice, and just see how the guys are doing in training, how the vibes feel with the group. And, you know, I sort of get the sense that these guys, despite, you know, their record overall, they're still all in with Bradley Cornell, this coaching staff. They believe in each other. They believe in the style of play. And it's been positive, right? Or it's been more of a positive. The last 5 games, only 1 loss, 1-3-1, one win, 3 draws, and that loss against Columbus Crew. And yeah, there's been plenty of positives in my opinion. And so it was great to get down to Chester yesterday and check out training. And so Jose and I figured, you know, let's do something different for you guys. Let's not make this a full-blown podcast episode, but whenever we're interviewing players after games, if we're able to get down to Chester more for practice, let's go ahead and make some, like, bonus podcast episodes for you guys to listen to. And so that's exactly what Jose and I did. We went down there, we got interviews, and we'll include both Bruno Damiani and Milan Iloski's interview with us. And I never posted the Frankie Westfield interview after the Nashville game, and so we'll go ahead and hear from Frankie Westfield after the Nashville game. Just give you guys all that audio, and you guys can see how the players are feeling. You guys can make assumptions yourself, and so we'll hear from those 3 interviews, and then I'll come back at the end and give you guys all my spiel. So let's just go straight into those interviews.
Last week, and I guess what was having to sit and watch last week like?
Yeah, obviously it sucks, you know, not being there to help the team. But I think it was the best choice for me to sit out that one and not take the risk of getting injured again, because, you know, I took a knock in training and my ankle from last year was killing me. So I think it was best to make the decision to stick out. But yeah, I mean, watching the team go through what they had to go through and not being there to help sucks. So I think getting back as quick as I can this week helped me out, help my mentality out, and just come out here and see what I could do and kill everybody. You know?
Getting a home clean sheet, is that something for you guys to kind of build off of?
Yeah, for sure, always. You know, always looking to build off something, and I think that's especially for the defense, something to build off of. We're always looking forward to get a clean sheet, so it helps the defense out a lot, and we're very happy about that tonight.
Bradley talked about how you guys, in the last 3 out of 4 games, you guys haven't conceded a goal in the first half. He talked about the mentality changing for your group. What specifically do you think, in your opinion, changed about the players' mentality?
I think there was one important week of training that we had, and I think that helped us out a lot, you know, with mentality, like you just said. We had a very, very long talk and long meeting as a team, and that helped us out a lot. I think guys are willing to run now. Guys are willing to do the extra mile and the extra work just to see the team win. And I think as a collective, we're all in. We're all in now, and, you know, struggling the first 6 games of the season, and now you look at it, we're heading in positive directions, and we're going up rather than back down. So I think just a matter of time. Goals are going to come. Wins are going to start coming. We've got to keep clicking and keep it together. So.
Tonight you played on the right side of the field. I know you played primarily on the left this season. You're a versatile defender. I'm sure it probably doesn't matter where you play. But what were you seeing on the right side of the field that Nashville was giving you? It seemed like you had a lot of space, connecting well with your forward passes.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm a fullback that likes to go forward and likes to attack a lot. So when I'm given the option to go forward, I'm going to go and take my chance. And I think today, my relationship with Indy and when G and Jeff, when G came in, he did a very good job of helping me out and defending back there. And Indy, the work rate he puts in as well to play off 1-2s, even when Milan shifts over to play 1-2s. I think just them creating space for me to go forward and to go serve a ball in or whatever it is, just to create chances for the team. Yeah.
What do you think is maybe missing in the final third? And this is a game where you guys hit the post 3 times.
Yeah.
Do you think this is maybe a little bit of a step forward towards more of what you want to see in the final third?
Yeah, for sure. Goals are going to come. We're working every single day to create those chances, create those goals. I think, like you said, a matter of time. Those goals are going to start coming with that chemistry and all that stuff, because we're still a new group. We have a bunch of new attackers like Easy, and Augustine is coming back now after a 2-week injury. So I think we're going to start clicking soon. We're working hard to get those goals and get those chances. And I think tonight, you saw we created so many chances. Like you said, we hit the post twice. So I think those goals are going to start coming in. We got a little bit unlucky, hit the post and hit the goalie and just died right there. I thought we could have went in, but yeah, they're going to start coming for sure.
But Frankie, you mentioned G when you came into it. It was a pretty spotless transition from my point of view. But how has he been adjusting to you guys? Because he looked really solid and confident tonight.
Yeah, G's G. He's going to go out there and he's going to see somebody who's going to hit him, which is I love. First play, I think he comes in and he wins a header right away, and I knew from there he was going to be amazing tonight. And he came in, and it's hard to come in a game like that and stepping up against a really good Nashville side. And I think he did very, very well tonight. He was aggressive. He connected his passes. He kept it simple. So props to him coming in. He was big for the team tonight.
And Nashville will have a young Costa Rican forward named Roy Madrigal, often comes on the left. How did you fancy that matchup?
Yeah, I didn't see him too much. I was more worked up with Qasim and Pasius, but he created chances. He runs behind. He's a strong forward, very young too. I think he's a great option for them, and if he continues to progress, he's going to be very good in next coming seasons too.
Bradley talked after the game how the mentality seems different in the group. You guys, in the last three out of the 4 games, you guys haven't conceded a goal in the first half. What would you point to exactly has been the change in mentality for your group?
Yeah, I think just getting back to our standards and our values. We want to be tough to play against, not give up goals, and we got to start from scratch almost and build back to front and get back to playing the way we play and get back to doing things the way Philadelphia do stuff.
Frankie mentioned after the game against Nashville that there was a meeting, I guess, amongst the team a few weeks ago that he points to as being the key to changing the group's mentality, players wanting to put in the extra work to run a little bit harder than maybe what they had at the start of the season. Do you echo that, or?
Yeah, we had a big meeting as just players and hashed some things out and got down to the core of what we think the problems were, and since then the results have been better. I think it's only a matter of time till they go back to how they should, but we're putting in good performances and guys are putting in the work, so it's definitely a good starting point, and we know we have some ground to make up, but we'll keep fighting, and the group's training a lot better. Matches have been better, I think, the last few weeks, so it's something to build on.
When you look at last season with you and Mikel, where it seemed like you guys had a pretty special relationship, you guys just clicked right away. Mikel is a player that stretched the back line quite often. It seemed like you were making those runs late into the box, and on Saturday against Nashville, it seemed like you were doing more so those runs in behind. I know Bradley has mentioned multiple times this season wanting more from the forwards, making those runs in behind. How would you say overall the strikers are with those runs in behind?
Yeah, I think with Mika we had a good balance and understood each other well. I think if you look at my career as a striker, I've always specialized in running in behind and scoring my goals from running in behind. So, I think me playing up there gives us a little bit more of that. And, we've talked about it and watched film on it, and, I think that's one of my biggest strengths. So it's something that, we want to keep doing, keep emphasizing, and, a great ball from Frankie in the game, and, more of those is gonna come, and, I'll keep making those runs for the team.
It seemed like you and Frankie had a pretty good relationship down the right side of the field. What do you point to for the reason for that?
Yeah, he's a good player, and so it's easy to play with someone who's a good player, smart player, and has good technique. So he's a good player, so it's easy to mesh with him.
How difficult is it for you? I know last year it seemed like you played a lot as a 10. This year it's maybe a mixture of both. Yeah, obviously played as a striker in San Diego throughout your career. How difficult is it for you? It seems week to week, maybe going in between both positions.
Yeah, I think things have been a little bit up and down, and that's going to mean changes in the team and changes in the places that I play, and trying to get the best out of me, but also trying to find something that clicks in the group. And I think we're on the right path now, and hopefully we can continue. And yeah, for me, just trying to do anything I can, whether it's a 9 or a 10. But I think with this group, I think it's shown that when I play in the 9, it's a little bit more effective. So hopefully it stays like that. But also, if we find something else that clicks, then it's a sport that's always moving. So we'll see what happens.
Last year, you had that great season, certainly leading into the move to Philadelphia. Fast forward to this year, did you feel any pressure to start the season, considering the year that you had and obviously everything how it culminated? And if you did have any pressure, how have you dealt with it? Expectations, I guess, is probably the better word.
No, I think I've been in this situation before where things are expected a lot from me as a player on a team, and yeah, I think at San Diego it really exploded for me, but that was a team that I slid into really easily, coming from Northland, which is the same organization, and I knew a lot of the guys on the team before I got there, and it's my home city, so it was very comfortable. And of course, coming to Philly, I settled in really fast in a great team, and the team's had a lot of change, and that's not a secret. So it's reinventing myself and reinventing this team and finding our own identity. So I need to find the way to impact that the most to get wins. If that's goals, it's goals. If it's running back and helping defend, and it's doing that. So it's a different team with different style, different players, different mindset and characteristics. So I think all that changes my role as a player.
Bruno, thank you for your time. How you feeling? How you doing? Obviously, interesting start to the season for the team and for you specifically. How are you holding up?
I'm good. I keep working hard. It's never gonna be easy. Everything that is good is hard, and happy that we are in a league that you can maybe go into the playoff, maybe not doing the best year, and that's our goal right now. We need to keep going. Actually, in the last 5 games, we just lost one. We tied 3 and we won one, and we are getting confident. And that's the thing that we need to keep going. We got some clean sheets too, and just keep working on the finishing, of course, and making some more goals so we can get the 3 points.
So I want to touch on that. The last 5 games, obviously clean sheets, which are fantastic, but for you, obviously, you personally, a slow start in terms of not necessarily putting the ball in the back of the net. Is that adding some pressure to you, considering the role that you have in this team?
Of course, it's part of my job, and I'm not doing it, but I'm calm, I'm confident. I know the team believes in me, and I believe in myself. I believe in hard work, and I keep working really hard every week after week, even harder, trying to do every detail better, and talking with the coach staff, with the teammates to improve and to keep improving. I'm still 24, so I have a lot of things to learn, and just obviously it's not the best moment, but every moment gives you an experience. So I'm confident and keep working hard.
Last year was your first year in the league, and you went through that, obviously culminated with a supporter shield and a run in the playoffs. This year, Ezekiel comes in. How have you two helped one another, whether it is you introducing him into the league or you maybe teaching him things about the league? How have you guys worked together?
Yeah, in the preseason we couldn't have too much time together. Probably that would help both. I think he's playing every week better. Against DC, I think it was his first game when he showed at home. When he showed all what we can do. Even together we played for a long time that game, and he win every aerial duel. I also won it. He is also very, very fast, so he can run in behind. He's still learning like I am. He's even younger than me, and probably I have some of the ideas more in my body and in my feelings. I already know exactly what to do. He's still learning, but he's feeling better week after week. And also the last game, I think he did really well in the pressure line too, and running in behind too. He's learning. I'm not his father. I'm a teammate, and I'm competing with him. But at the same time, I'm happy that he's learning and he's keep improving also.
You mentioned in the beginning the improvement over the last 5 games. Also earlier in the season, you mentioned about the predictability maybe in the style of play. Have you seen a change, whether you guys are remaining as predictable as you thought earlier on, and that's what's leading to maybe this change of course, I guess, or results?
Yeah, I think maybe last 2 games we changed a little bit our system. Maybe next game also we can change some things. We still didn't do the idea, but almost he said some things today. So also like knowing that maybe you need to find new movements between the 10s and the outside backs, between the, of course, running behind with the strikers, those kinds of things that maybe do something different, and also in the set pieces that you didn't do last year, and you keep improving on those things and you get unpredictable. So yeah, I think we did that, and I think the idea of the next week is keep going on that track.
So I do have to give a huge shout out to the Philadelphia Union PR for setting this up for Jose and I, having the players available for us to go down to Chester to go and watch practice and just be down in Chester for, I don't know, an hour 20-ish minutes. And it was a beautiful day out. Weather was fantastic, sunny, not too hot, maybe a little bit humid, but look, we haven't had weather that nice, I feel like, at all this season, the first 2 days of this week. So yeah, really, really grateful that Jose and I were able to get this out for you guys. We were able to take advantage of the nice day and take advantage of the weather. And again, like I said, whenever we get interviews after games, we're going to go ahead and try to make just these short little bonus episodes for you guys so you guys can hear from the players. We want to let you guys hear the voices from the players a lot more than maybe what they typically are marketed to. And so, yeah, if we can just give those guys a little bit of a different voice, more of a voice, then, yeah, we'll be sure to let you guys hear from those players. And if we're able to make it work to get down to more practices, we're for sure be down to practices and just taking in all the sights and sounds of Subaru Park at Chester, Pennsylvania. The Westfield training facility, absolutely gorgeous. You guys, I know, have seen what that facility looks like if you go to the games. Absolutely gorgeous complex. So again, very, very thankful for the Philadelphia Union PR for helping us set up these interviews and making the players available. But if you guys aren't following the podcast on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, follow at Free Kick Pod, wherever you get your podcast, The Free Kick. Check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/freekickpod, where you can find the podcast live every single episode, or you guys can check out the goals breakdown videos. And if you guys haven't, check out my writing at thefreekick.substack.com, where you can get the goals breakdown videos, the podcast, and my articles all in one place. Jose and I should have an episode out for the review match for Orlando City. Still don't know exactly where I'll be recording that, but Jose will be at the comfort of his home. But if you guys see another surprise episode during the week, then don't be surprised. Something's potentially in the work to preview the game against New England. I just realized I said a preview episode or a review episode for Orlando. Won't have that, but we'll have a review episode for New England. I'll be in Orlando when we're recording that podcast. But yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out the content. Hope you guys enjoy these interviews. But with that said, my name is Todd, and this is the Free Kick Podcast.